From Global's newsroom at 6 o'clock, Boris Johnson is facing the biggest rebellion of his premiership later, with more than 70 Tory MPs threatening to vote against his COVID Plan B. They think the measures, including COVID passes for entry into some venues in England, are draconian and unjustified, but the tighter measures are expected to pass with Labour's support. Warwick Royden, who owns a nightclub in Truro, fears it could mean the end for some businesses.
I don't know what other tools he's got to use at the moment. However, it feels like he doesn't want to tell us we have to shut our doors because then he has to support us. Doing it this way will kill our trade, but we can legally be open, so there doesn't have to be any financial support.
The Prime Minister's insisted Plan B represents a balanced and proportionate response to the emergence of the Omicron variant. Officials estimate the new strain now accounts for 20% of cases in England. Fully vaccinated people in England who are close contacts of someone with COVID must now do a daily lateral flow test. It's hoped that testing for 7 days will reduce the spread of Omicron. Those who are unvaccinated must continue to self-isolate. Plans to change the Human Rights Act are due to be outlined by the Justice Secretary later. Dominic Raab argues the reforms will prevent abuses of the system and add common sense to how legislation is interpreted. But campaigners say the government is trying to put itself above the law. Thousands of people in Kentucky remain without heat, water and electricity after a series of tornadoes. At least 74 people have been killed in the state, with more than 100 others still missing. President Biden, who will visit the area tomorrow, has promised to provide whatever is needed.
It is one of the worst tornado disasters we've had in the country. And the second thing that's certain is that it is unusual. It is unusual how it happened, how many places it touched down, and the length of the path.
2 people are being questioned after a British cargo ship collided with a Danish boat in the Baltic Sea. Prosecutors are investigating allegations they tested positive for drugs and alcohol. At least one person died when the Danish vessel capsized off the Swedish coast yesterday. A COVID outbreak at Manchester United has led to tonight's Premier League match at Brentford being postponed. The announcement was made late last night and the league has apologised to fans. In the city, the FTSE 100 will reopen at 72.31 after closing down 60 points yesterday. The pound buys $1.32 and €1.17. LBC weather, cloudy and mild for most, wet and windy in the northwest of the UK and patchy drizzle in the south, a high of 14 degrees. From Global's newsroom for LBC, I'm Simon Conway.